Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership, NG Supercars.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and that is Josh. And holy crap, it's a miracle. Just a few minutes ago, this car's top would not work, and now it is. Ferrari! Hey, Ferrari! And over there is Randy. Randy is a badass. So anyway, we're going to bring you along for another week as we run our dealership, buy and sell cars, work on cars, fly out to go look at cars. I'm actually doing that tomorrow morning. And that's why we're starting this video one day early. Normally it's Wednesday to Wednesday, and today's Tuesday. And the reason is because tomorrow morning at like 5:20, I have to fly to Philadelphia. I've never been there. I'm going to have a cheesesteak, and I'm going to go look at a Ferrari F430 for one of our consultation clients. Which reminds me, if you want our help buying a Ferrari or selling a Ferrari or anything like that, reach out to us, send an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. We offer consultation services where we'll help you find a Ferrari and buy the Ferrari, and we'll go inspect it. We'll actually fly out to wherever it is and do a PPI. And we also do remote consultations where if you want to sell your Ferrari or any other sports car for that matter, you want to sell it through us. Yeah, that doesn't suck. Nice. Oh yeah, the clutch is toast. Damn. Dude, that clutch is awful. The clutch has 150% wear. I don't even know how it's still rolling, to be honest. Oh, dude, I can smell it. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so that car's clutch is completely toast, and it needs a lot of other work. It needs engine mounts, trans mount, valve cover gaskets. By the way, did you hear? Does it have factory headers? Yeah. They're aftermarket? They have an exhaust leak. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Josh is like, yeah, of course it does. Oh, here we go. Nice. All right. Oh, look at that. And he's got the A-frame out. Man, there's all sorts of crap happening right now. This is great. I'm just walking around, chatting to myself while cars are getting moved around. Well, anyway, go check out normalguyssupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services from us. That's where you can find our consultation services. Use the code NGS10. It hooks you up at 10% off most of the parts we sell. We do not discount our services. And you can go check out our dealership website, ngsupercars.com. Although, admittedly, a lot of the cars are not listed at the moment. So we have a bunch of cars that we still have to get listed. We have pictures and stuff that we got to do. It's been busy, very busy. And the current environment, we're selling these cars in pretty much like 1 or 2 days upon getting them. So if you're interested in buying a Ferrari, this is just across the entire Ferrari market, especially 430s, 360s, 458s right now. If you're trying to get any of those cars, you got to act fast. If you see the car that you really want at the right price, act fast, because everything's selling really quickly. Not just us, but like across the market, because we're having the same problem when we're trying to buy cars. But anyway, yeah, we're looking for cars to buy. We want to get more cars in the dealership. So if you're interested in selling your car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. Now let me walk through the shop real quick, give you the status, and then we'll bring you along for the ride for the rest of this week, including flying out to Philadelphia tomorrow morning. So we've got a consignment 430. This one just arrived yesterday. We just ran the clutch on it, and it's got 130% wear in the clutch. So we need to have a conversation with the seller, because I don't think they realize that. But otherwise, cosmetically in very good condition. It's got 61,000 miles. We already have sold that 458, so we just finished getting it prepped for sale or for the new owner. We just replaced the engine mounts. We've done sticky buttons. We unwrapped it, and we did a paint correction, and I think 1 or 2 other things. And we bought this car, and if you saw the last video, you know that this car was involved in a little bit of an incident. So the transporter screwed up, scratched the crap out of the bumper. They cracked the diffuser, smashed the diffuser, and punched a hole in it. So we're trying to get that situated. That's gonna be a whole thing. But as you heard, the clutch on that has over 150% wear. It's just done. Clutch is completely toast. Engine mounts, transmission mount, valve cover gaskets. It's got an exhaust leak. It's got some shrunken leather on the dashboard. It needs just a lot. This car is halfway through a major service and a conversion. We are just waiting on parts. I emailed them. I'm trying to figure out where the parts are, which, by the way, all the parts we're buying for most of these cars, we buy at AW Italian. So go to awitalian.com, use the code NGS10. It hooks you up with 10% off, and we get a small kickback, so we appreciate that. There you can see, this is one of the services that we do, is converting these cars into manual transmissions. So this was originally a flappy pedal F1. We got rid of the flappy pedals. We put in the shift box. We've got the outer shift box set up. We've already ran the shift cables. We're replacing the clutch, obviously, like I said. We did valve cover gaskets, timing belts, bearings, tensioners, pilot bearing, rear main seal, and some other work on this car. So we're doing a bunch of crap to it. Randy is mid clutch job on this Ferrari F430. It's also getting valve cover gaskets. And that's one of those things where if you're going to be doing a new clutch or a conversion and you have leaky valve cover gaskets like this car, holy crap, those are bad. That's a great time to do the valve cover gaskets, because once the transmission's out, you could just literally stand right here and do the valve cover gaskets. And if you combine them, we reduce the cost dramatically, because you need to do half the work anyway to get to the valve cover gaskets that you have to do to remove the transmission. So it's a lot of doubling your effort if you do them at different times. But oh, cool, you can see it's got the second gen fuel pumps, but yeah, look at how much leaking is going on right there. Whoa, I hear the Pista. Hell yeah. Oh, Pista. Yes. So the Pista is getting that Klein Inconel exhaust, which we saw on our website, normalguysupercar.com. Oh yeah. Just let it warm up. Go this way. I think you're gonna have to go like that. Either that or just move the Audi and drive out that way. It's gonna be way easier. I would do that. Yeah, because then you don't have to worry about doing like a 57-point turn. Well, this will be in that Pista very soon. Oh God, look at that interior.
It's gonna be a bitch to move.
Why don't you just pull that out? That's easy. Oh shit.
What?
It let you start?
I guess. Oh, it shouldn't let you start.
It should let you start. I bet it wasn't talking then. Well, that's funny. It should not have let him start the car with the battery tender plugged in. Huh, well at least they didn't drive it very far. That's one of the nice things about the modern Ferraris that have the magnet ones, is even if you had driven too far, it would have just popped the magnet off. Well, this is here on consignment, the Audi RS6. We've got the Cali that is here to get the DCT fluid flushed. We already did a bunch of carbon fiber bits, and Steve's car is currently just being stored here, but we're gonna move it to another storage place. Oh, that is meaty. What is that clicking sound? That's a weird sound. All right. This is a full deck shuffle right now. Okay, so over there is another car that's here for a conversion. Ferrari F430 for conversion, and then we're consigning the Aston Martin. So that is also for sale. And finally, Scott's old car. This is the last of the flood cars. And this car we are converting to a manual. We already have a deposit on it, so it's already sold as far as I'm concerned. But there you go. That is the status of the shop. It is Tuesday, and I'm going to sit down and answer some emails. And we're going to keep moving cars around, apparently. The transmission is out on the gray or silver 430. New clutch is on. I can tell because it's shiny. So new clutch is on. Oh yeah, it's all torqued down. Look at that. Nice. So still got valve covers, valve cover gaskets. So I bet he'll have that done tomorrow is my guess. Over here, still waiting on some parts. So our detailer is here. Oh, Oh, I can hear again. Detailer's here working on the consignment 430. So he's going to be doing the seats, and he just cleaned it and everything. He's doing a make ready, and then he's going to do the seats on the other one. So I know there's a package that got delivered to our mailbox, so I'm going out there to grab that real quick. But man, it has been another crazy, crazy day. Yeah, my phone has not stopped, and I have been editing videos. Ooh, it's kind of windy. So almost done with the day though. It's getting close. It's almost 5 o'clock. Gonna wrap it up soon. All right, YouTube, it's after 5. I'm gonna head home, get to see my wife and kid for a little bit before going to Philadelphia super early in the morning. I guess we'll see you guys around like 4 a.m. It's gonna suck. So see you in the morning.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's about 4:15. Just got past TSA. My flight leaves at 5:20. Board's at 4:40. So we got a little bit of time, just enough time to grab a bite. Got through TSA. The TSA guy was like, "What is your t-shirt about? I don't get it." And I was like, "It's a mockery of the Ferrari logo with my Basset Hound." And he's like, "Oh no, the back of it." Well, if you don't know, the back of my shirt says, "Do not arrest this person." We sell these, by the way, on our website, normalguysupercar.com. In fact, if you go to the website and use the code DaleKicksAss, you might get a free t-shirt. Try it. Okay, we're in Detroit. Got in early. There was almost no one on the plane. It was super empty. So we left like 20 minutes early. So we're here way early, which is great. I'm gonna go over to the other side of the terminal, go from one end to the other, and I'm gonna take the train, a little Sky Tram or whatever they call it, but should have a good 40 plus minutes to just chill in Sky Club. And then we grab our flight. It's still early. It's only like 8 in the morning here, which is like 7 in the morning at home. So I'd just now be getting up. Okay, we're in Philly in a Kia. Hooray, another Kia. And I got a low tire pressure light. Yay. That's happened to me, I think, the last 3 times I've had a rental car. I get in and I get a low tire pressure sensor. I swear what's happening is that people are probably like driving over nails, throwing in like Fix-A-Flat or some crap so I don't have to pay for a tire and it leaks out or something, and then they just leave it alone, or I don't know, who knows. Anyway, I pointed this one out to the dude because I'm like, if I return it and it's got low pressure, I'm not getting charged for a tire. He's like, no, you won't get charged. I'm like, we'll see. Oh, look, there's some sort of stadium. I don't know what stadium it is. I've never been to Philadelphia. Well, we've got like 50-minute drive, be there a little after noon. So actually, plans altered. My plans always change. My plans change constantly. We are gonna go look at the first car, the car that I'm actually being paid to look at. So for the consultation, we'll spend some time looking at that. And then I had been negotiating on this other car to try and buy it for us as a dealer. And the guy was super slow to respond, but he finally was responding reasonably frequently. We didn't get to a price I like, but it's at a price that maybe one of you would like. So I'm gonna look it over anyway, since I'm already out here and it's only like 30 minutes away from where I'm looking at the other car. So I can look at 2 cars and who knows, we're probably not gonna buy it at that price, but it's at a price, like I said, that if it's good enough, I look it over, I can take some pictures and then suggest it to someone on our list and facilitate that transaction. And then we can, have them pay us for a consult or something on that car. We'll see. I'm gonna try and figure out some way to make that work. But let's drive safely to this place, 48 minutes to go now, and look at it 4:30 and see what we can get. Oh, and I also was working on another deal for a car that's in California. So these people like respond so slow, like a day plus between responses. I don't get that. Like if you're trying to make a deal on a car, wouldn't you want to be like Johnny on the spot? Like, let's talk about it or whatever. I don't know. It's strange. People just don't want to talk anymore.
Everyone just wants to make things happen magically and have AI solve your problems instead of actually being humans. Okay, well, I think we're going kind of downtownish. There's downtown Philly. Cool. You can't really see it very well. It's kind of shitty out today. But I will get myself a Philly cheesesteak. Oh yes, it will happen. One thing I think that's kind of cool about doing these different trips to various places throughout the country is seeing the different architecture and the different geography and all that sort of stuff. So Philly's, one of the older cities in the US. I know if you're living in Europe and you're watching this, you're like, none of these cities are old. I get it. I know, like they're not thousands of years old, they're hundreds. But because it's older, it's got a lot of like brick construction and very interesting, totally different types of construction than what we got down in Texas. Like nothing here looks like what it does in Texas. It's completely different. It kind of looks more like Chicago to me a bit, but it kind of has a different flair to it than Chicago. But anyway, I just think it's interesting to go see these different cities and see their the stuff that makes the city the city. And you also get kind of a different vibe. You ever notice that? Like different cities have different vibes about the driving. It's like some cities have like super hyper aggressive people. Others, everyone drives like a sissy, like San Antonio. Philly seems to be kind of chill. So it's just kind of chill, just cruising along, nothing crazy. It's decent. Yeah, like I can't really, probably too late to see, but there's some cool architecture over there. There's a really cool bridge. I don't know what bridge it is, but it's a lot of stonework, and then it was a green suspension bridge. I'm sure someone in Philly can tell me what bridge it is. I'm on 95 right now, I-95. It was kind of near downtown. Someone's like, oh, that's the whatever bridge. Okay, cool. Okay, that was the weirdest section of road I've ever driven on. It just merged together, but it was a ways where you had 3-4 lanes separated by a median, then 3-4 more lanes going all the same direction on both sides of the roads. They merged together right as I turned on the camera, but that was very odd. Never seen that before. Well, there is one thing about visiting Midwest or Northeast or whatever during the winter, which is it reminds me of why I don't live here anymore. You got all this muddy, nasty snow. Like it's no longer the pretty white snow. It's just ugly, gross snow that's got all the road grime in it. Plus the roads are awful. Don't get me wrong, Texas has a lot of flaws and it sucks, but it's pretty okay right now, like this time of year. Down in Texas, like I'll admit, the middle of the summer, when it's like August and it's been 100 for 3 straight months, you're like, I'm done with this. But the winters are pretty awesome. Like they're really not bad. A lot better than this. Ugh, gross snow. Everything's gross. Every car is gross, rusty, meh. But hopefully the Philly cheesesteak makes up for that. We'll find out in a couple hours. So another little side anecdote about driving or being up in Philly versus down in Texas is I'm just kind of laughing at the names of all the roads and towns and stuff, because it's got a lot of British influence clearly because of when these cities existed. So like, there's like North Bramptonshire or something, all these very British sounding towns and roads and stuff. Sherwood Drive. I'm just kind of laughing to myself because like down in Texas, it's got a lot of Hispanic influence. So, you got a lot of Tejas stuff going on. Completely different naming schemas, but another 8 minutes. We're almost there. We're here. Let's take a look at this 430 and hopefully it's good. We've had a lot of strikeouts like at the end of the year last year, but I think knock on wood, we're on a good roll again. So hopefully this one will be good. Okay, here's the 430 we're checking out. So I'm going to do my inspection, get pictures, all that stuff. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I can already tell the dash is in good shape. Good sign right off the bat. Ooh, yeah, see the vents are all where they should be.
Nice. 1 hour later.
All right, we have another change to my plan. I'm sitting there chatting with the guy who owns the dealership, and it turns out that Exotic Car Gear, which we sell their parts, we sell a lot of their carbon fiber stuff, they're like only 10 minutes away. So I'm going to drive over there and go say hi to Exotic Car Gear, because why not? We sell them on our website, normalguyssupercar.com, and we've sold lots of their stuff. So I was like, that's pretty cool that they're this close. So let's go over to Exotic Car Gear. Then we'll go look at this other Ferrari F430. Yeah, it's going to be a longer day than expected. But anyway, this car, the one I looked at, really good cosmetically, a very few issues there. The clutch, so he had a clutch reading from a shop to be fair, this is not, he's not the one reading the clutch. He had a shop do it. And they read the wrong TCU, so they had the wrong clutch reading. So we thought it was 80-something% remaining, and it's actually 57% worn. So the clutch is more than half worn. So because of that, I told him I need to discuss with the client, and we need to figure out what we're going to do about that. We didn't make a decision just yet, so we'll make a decision the next day. I'm going to probably call the client later tonight once I get to the hotel and discuss it. All right, let's go to Exotic Car Gear for a little bit. Oh, cool. I mean, it's like a modern daytime running light thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it ties into it. It's all.
I'm assuming it's got like LEDs in the rear.
They got Morimoto. We actually
Morimoto,
ran the
yeah.
taillights back.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of them eyeballing out like typical Ferrari,
Ooh,
they're actually raked back, and the motor matches the rest.
it's got the same theme. Ooh, that is unusual. An orange.
I bought a yellow 360. With what I was talking to Josh about, and I'm doing it in yellow. So.
Okay.
And instead of the gray. Match up.
That is.
It should be right there behind you. Yeah, you can do a walk around.
The interior is incredible.
Yeah, that's all one-off. Those are actually Sparco race seats. That
Just recovered.
Yeah, smart.
Very cool.
Race seats.
And it said Challenge 360 mirrors.
He showed you that all the dark blue is carbon,
Oh yeah, it's tinted carbon.
so it's all tinted.
Oh, you're kidding.
All
Yeah.
the carbon in the car is tinted.
Oh,
With the light.
damn.
Yeah, so if you're
That's
in sunlight-
beautiful.
The whole dash, the door panel.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, damn. Even the dashboard's carbon. Okay, now that's cool. Red Exotic Car Gear. There we go. Oh yeah, good old Ferrari 355 parking brake.
Oh yeah. You gotta fight it.
Yeah, that thing's been slammed too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got wet. Jeez. That is badass. Alright. F355RM Resto mod. Alright.
To give you a little more education,
Yeah.
these were actually, and I could show you one, were CAD designed and 3D printed in metal and welded in this order. They're TDF vents.
Wow.
Same with the hood. These are all CAD designed, but these are CAD designed, 3D printed in basic carbon plastics, carbon reinforced plastic, so they're pretty rigid.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's incredible. Alright, that's pretty badass. I dig it. Because it can be.
Because it can be.
By the way, there's their thing. Exotic Car. Oh, stay out of the way. There. Scan that. Go there. Follow them there. But dude, this thing's sick. It's absolutely sick. Carbon fiber on the front. You got. They added the vents. They actually did TDF vents back here. Custom made. Carbon fiber in the door sills. Like everything about this thing is just incredible. Look at the hole. And they said the dash vents actually match the wheels. It's their exact same pattern. That is so cool. Man, this is cool as hell. Very, very cool.
The hood vent, that's 3D printed, carbon plastic.
Oh, wow. Then that gets overlaid or just
Yeah.
painted? That's just painted.
That just gets painted.
Yeah.
And they made a little tab notches on the backside, and then there's little trays that catch water,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise it's in the trunk.
Yeah.
So they drain out just in front of the gasket.
Oh, okay.
There's little drains here, so if it gets water in it, it drains out in front of
nice.
the gasket, just behind the headlight. And those are the vents that are in the quarter panel.
Cool.
A 3D printed metal. We give ourselves a little extra material to match the profile better.
Yeah. Very cool.
Quarter panel.
By the way, this is David.
How are you?
And you own it, right?
Yes.
This is your company. Yeah. So he owns Exotic Car Gear. And we've
God, we've been buying stuff for you for like 4 or 5 years now, at least.
Yeah.
At least. Finally get to actually meet him. First time meeting him.
Absolutely.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Several hours later.
So that was kind of cool. That was Exotic Car Gear, and that was David, who owns Exotic Car Gear. So we've been doing business with them for many years. And actually, they're one of the only carbon fiber parts from, I think, 2 companies. Because we tried a couple others and they were shit. Anyway, if you want to get their stuff from us, send us an email or go check out our website. We have some of their stuff on our website. Admittedly, we don't have everything they sell on our website. So if you go to their website and you want to buy it from us, we can do that. We haven't had time to add back a lot of their stuff on our website. So when we switched our website over, we lost some of their products. It just, oh, come on, I'm going to go. That light was way too short. Let literally 2 cars go. Anyway, well, I got 22 minutes to go look at this other Ferrari F430. We're gonna look at that and then see what time it is and probably go back to the hotel at the airport and call it the night because I'm exhausted. I still haven't eaten since that first flight. We're just kind of surviving at this point. All right, YouTube, checked out the other 430 Spider. It's really cosmetically, it's almost perfect. Really solid. Convertible top is good. Seats need a little bit of love on the bolster, but they had no idea the clutch is at 120% wear. So definitely needs a new clutch. Otherwise, maybe engine mounts does have the original fuel pumps as well. It needs some stuff, but it's super clean. That car, I don't have a client for it, whatever. I'm just looking at it to see if it's worthy of buying, and I think it is a worthy car to buy. This is one of those cars where it doesn't make sense for us to buy it as a dealership. I can't make any money on the car. But if one of you wants this car, we can discuss it, and I can work out a deal, and we can get it sold to you. And I have all the pictures that I took and whatever, and I can obviously talk you through all that. So that was the reason to go look at that car, not to go buy it for myself. Okay, YouTube, made it to the hotel. It is a little after 7:15. Not too bad. Got my cheesesteak. I'm content. I am going to upload the pictures for the consultation client. It took 264 pictures. So I'm uploading those right now, and then I'll probably give him a call before going to bed, assuming he's still awake. Probably about it for the day. I'll upload those, then go to bed. I guess I'll upload the other pictures too. I'll create some folder for it. We'll figure that out in a minute. I still got to catch up on emails and other stuff, and just because anytime I'm traveling like this, I have to ignore a lot of emails. So I end up with like 70, 80, 100, 200 emails, whatever. Got a cool view of the runway. This airport Marriott. So it's right there's the terminal, which is nice. And then, well, there's planes taking off and taxiing and stuff. So that's cool, I guess. Looks like that might be runways going way down there too. Awesome. Well, I am exhausted. It's been a long day, so I'm going to call it the night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. My flight's at 5:30. Yay.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's 3:51 a.m. Let's go into the airport, go and get past TSA, grab some breakfast at Sky Club, and catch my 5:31 a.m. flight to Atlanta, and then the connection is around like 10 a.m. or something, and we get in like around noon. So at least by the time we get to the shop, we'll still have a couple hours of getting work done. So I'm tired. It's the equivalent of 2:50 a.m. at home, so I've been up for 15 minutes. But all right, let's get going. Okay, we landed at the mothership, and it's busy. So we gotta go from B to T. So we gotta take the plane train, and we're early again. It's only like 7:35, 7:40, and our flight's not till like 9:30. So we got a little bit of time to chill.
It's 11:15. Let's get to the shop. Get some stuff done. So I'm driving along and I had this thought. The people who are driving slow in the left lane causing all the traffic, you think those are the same people that stop walking in the middle of the walkways in airports and cause all the congestion with people? See, like this guy in the left lane, slowing everyone down. Oh, he's starting to get the message. He's speeding up a little bit now, but he was going probably 10 miles an hour slower than that truck that just cut in front of him. These people drive me nuts, but whatever. Anyway, almost to the shop. Let's get some shit done. Got some deals to do, phone calls to make, emails to answer, stuff. All right, YouTube, back at the shop. This car is a client's car. It just got delivered, so we helped with the consultation on it. This is the car I went out to St. Louis for, I think it was 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I don't remember. Anyway, he's having us do a few things to the car, nothing big, and then he's gonna come pick it up. We also gotta drive it and get it inspected. The black car is all cleaned up. I don't know if we showed that really, but paint got done. It looks beautiful. It actually came out really nice. That car is, I think we're just waiting on getting paid. So it's effectively sold. Got the Pista getting ready to do the exhaust. Got the yellow car waiting on a part. This car was the car that had some paint work that I went up and saw in New York months ago. And apparently it gets here and now the top is stuck. Well, anyway, I may have it sold, but I don't know. Maybe not if the top's broken. The top, to be fair, I ran the top multiple times while I was up in New York, and it worked just fine. Super annoying. Well, we're waiting on one part to finish up this thing, so we're waiting for the transmission mount. I ordered a bunch of them 2 weeks ago, and like it's still not here, so I don't know. I may have to find one somewhere else and just pay some extortion fee and have it overnighted to get it out of here. This is our giant pile of trash and recycling. It's really nice. So that is the car that we got from California, from San Diego. We're still waiting to get a quote on fixing the bumper. We have some people interested in buying it, as is obviously with the paint stuff fixed, and then having us fix all the other problems. So it needs a clutch and a lot of other stuff. A client's car, all done, just waiting to get picked up. I invoiced him. I guess I need to call him because he hasn't paid his invoice yet. And the other consignment car, the other 430. Oh, dude, look at the seats. I don't know if you've ever seen the seats prior to this, but dude, they came out incredible. They were colors. It was tans, different tans, and now it is tan. Yeah, you now have tan seats instead of tans seats. But this puppy is ready to go. It does have a bent wheel, so that would probably want to get fixed, but everything else about it needs a clutch too and some other stuff. So we got the RS6. I'm gonna have to review it next week. Aston Martin's here on consignment, and our friend's car is, wait, no. Oh, the silver car is waiting to get converted, right? We're still waiting on, what part was it? Oh, it's the clutch. That's right. He had us order a clutch and the clutch still isn't here. It's supposed to be in that shipment. I gotta find out what's going on with the shipping stuff, because I ordered like over $10,000 in parts that are not here and have not been here for like 2 weeks. So actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to sit down on the computer and find out where the are my parts. I'll be honest, I didn't have time to do hardly anything filming wise. I've just been scrambling the whole day, trying to get caught up after coming back home. And it's already after 5, and we have the live stream tonight. So if you didn't know, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central, we have a live stream to Thursday Night Live. And so I got to get home and prepare for that. And I still got to prepare for the board meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I didn't get anywhere near anything that I wanted to get done today on the computer, because I was just playing catch up on taking care of clients and actually doing stuff that makes money. So that's good. It's a good problem. But it's also like, dang, I can't get the things I am planning to do done. So they just keep getting rolled over and it keeps piling up. And we actually bought another car. But Josh drove it home, so I'll show you that tomorrow. Actually, I'll show it to you on Monday. So you'll see that Monday. And then we have a pending deal on a car in LA. We're working on that deal. And then we just got a consultation client who wants us to go look at a car that's in Orlando. So I'll probably be doing that in another week. Oh, the Philly car, the one I actually just got back from. That deal is a go. So the client's happy. I got to write up the PPI for that car at some point in my life. I guess I got to put that on my notes of things I need to do. I guess I'll probably have to do it Monday because I'm not going to have time to do it tomorrow. See, maybe I'll do it on the weekend. Anyway, I'm going to go home because I only have a few hours to just relax. And I've just been on running nonstop for 2-3 straight days now. I'm gonna have to drink some caffeine, otherwise I'm never gonna make it through the live stream tonight. So I'm gonna go home and I'll see you guys in a little bit online, or I'll see you tomorrow if you don't watch that.
The next day.
All right, YouTube, it's Friday and it's 4:35. So Josh and I just got back from the board meeting. We kind of wrapped up the day or whatever. We did the board meeting all morning, got some stuff, new action items, new stuff to do. I'm exhausted. Nothing else has really changed. We got some emails and some other stuff that came through. We got some possible deals on cars and stuff. So maybe I'll make a few phone calls or send out a few emails for the rest of the day, but that's kind of about it. I don't know that I really have anything else to say about today because pretty much just been chilling there discussing the company and what we're doing and all this stuff. So I guess we'll see you guys Monday and we'll talk some more and figure out what's going on. And there's cars going in and out on Monday. So we'll just play that one by ear and see what happens Monday. Okay, good. Let's talk on Monday. Good morning, YouTube. It's Saturday, and normally I try not to come into the shop on Saturdays, but, well, the guy who bought this car, he's a repeat customer. He hasn't seen this car yet. It got shipped in from St. Louis. He just wanted to see it really badly, and I get it. Like, he just bought a car. He wants to see it because we're going to do some work on it, but it's not going to be ready for a couple more days, probably till next weekend or so. But anyway, yeah, we haven't had a chance to do the work he wants done on it. He wants us to, like, kind of touch up the seats a bit. So we're going to have our leather guy do a little work on the seats. And then it has a small oil leak on the transmission that we're going to try and investigate and see what's up with that. And then we have to get it inspected, but that's no big deal. Anyway, he's supposed to be here in a few minutes. And again, he's a repeat customer. So, I'll come into the shop for an hour, let him see the car or whatever. And, God, it's bright out. Got to prevent those leaves from flying in the shop. And I'm going to do some paperwork. So the life of a business owner, it never stops. I'll talk to you guys once he's gone. Hear that? Someone's been shooting a lot of firearms. There's a lot of gun action going on. Jeez. They were shooting really rapid fire earlier. Dang. I don't know if there's anywhere around here that's got enough land for that. Like you're supposed to have at least 10 acres in order to shoot a firearm in Texas. I guess maybe some of these properties have 10 acres, but this is how you know you're in the middle of nowhere, Texas, or at least out of the city. We get that at our house too. There's ranches all around us. You hear firearms all the time. But I guess maybe they're done. Dude, they totally messed up that tree. It needs to be chopped down. Look at that. The whole top of it is falling over. Man, we're gonna have to do some stuff back here. I need to get this trench dug out some more and probably line it with grass. So get those dirt piles off the sides, take it and slope down properly, slope it all real nice. And I think we're gonna have to remove that shed to slope it more and dig it down more. So we have a little bit better water prevention. So anyway, sounds like they're done shooting off firearms. That sounds kind of fun. I haven't gone shooting in a while. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go blow off some steam. Let's go shoot some shit. That sounds awesome. I'm in. Let's do it. Let's go buy a bunch of bullets and shoot some shit. There we go. Locking up the shop. Done for the day. Gonna go home, chill, drink some beer. Or, well, not, because I'm not drinking. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill with my kid, my wife, maybe watch a movie, do something not that, requires zero brain power. That's what I want to do. I'm going to shut off my brain and chill for the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you guys Monday morning. Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, and I had a busy weekend. Always, right? I actually did get to do a few things that I want to do, I guess sort of mow the lawn and do some yard work and stuff, which is actually awful timing for it because right now is peak allergy season for Austin. So my face feels like I got hit with a sandblaster. It's just my eyes are itchy and Meg and my son are both sick. So they're staying at home today. Anyway, it's going to be a busy week. I've got a few things I got to do this morning. I've got some stuff to catch up on the computer. I got some deals that we got done over the weekend. So start off with this car. Got signed paperwork on this car, just waiting for the wire to hit. We have a few things that we're going to take care of for the new owner of this. I've said this many times, but I love when people actually fly out and drive the cars home. I think that's a wonderful way to experience these cars, and they are doing that. I love that. That makes them heroes, in my opinion. So
they're going to fly out. It's the father and son, which is also cool. They're going to fly out and drive this puppy home. I hope they're going to take some back roads, like maybe hit the tail of the dragon. It's a little bit out of the way, but I mean, you know, as you do. So they're coming not this week, but next week. So we got some time to get this thing sorted. So there's a few things I've got to take care of. When it arrived, we noticed that the front hydraulic cylinder on the convertible top started leaking. It was not when I went up and saw it in New York. It's been a couple months. These things happen. You know, that's the thing. People get all mad when they get a car and then stuff breaks. Well, guess what? Stuff breaks. Like, I could call up the guy that sold this car and be like, why didn't you tell me it was leaking? It's like, he probably didn't know because it probably literally broke when it got here. You know, it went from being in cold ass New York to warm Texas. Who knows? Maybe that made the seals expand because of the warmth and break. But anyway, got a new cylinder. I think actually it's in the mailbox. I need to go grab it. And I also had to order a new alignment pin for the top, for the tonneau cover, because that one got bent. So that actually does happen somewhat regularly. We've replaced a few of them on these cars. So there's an alignment pin like right here, and it drives into this hole right here and helps pull the tonneau cover down. So you can see this side, it's all nice and flush right here. And if we go over here where the pin broke and we removed it, you can see, yeah, it's got a big old gap. I can literally shove my finger in there because it's supposed to be sitting like that. So the pin will pull it down and you don't have that gap anymore. But we had to remove the pin in order to operate the top. So yeah, new pins ordered. Actually, I think I got the part right here. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, yep. This is the bent pin. It bolts right here on the tonneau cover, and then this pin goes in the hole. You can see it's got like a kink in it, and that kink helps align it. But instead of being like that, it's supposed to be more like that. So you can see it's bent down quite a bit. Now again, like I said, that happens a lot on these cars. Don't rebend these pins because all it does is put like a fatigue in the metal and then they break and then you have other problems. So if you have one go bad, do what I just did, throw it in the trash. So this car, again, sold, got a few things we're going to clean up and take care of, and then it's going to get driven all the way home, which is awesome. Silver 458. I think you guys saw it yesterday, or I guess, well, that would have been Saturday. Because I came in and the owner wanted to drive it. So we got to drive this car a little bit further, take it to get its inspection. And then he had 2 or 3 things he wanted us to do, but then he sent us an email last night. And now he's got like 7 or 8 things he wants us to do. And I'm like, crap. Not a big deal, but like, okay, it does make it so that the car's going to be here longer than we expected. So we'll just have to compute that in of where things are happening in the shop. So we'll do that. Randy is probably to have this 430 wrapped up today is my guess. There's not too much left to go. He's got to put back in the transmission. Clutch is already in. Valve covers are done. So put the transmission in, connect everything, A-frame, all that jazz, blah, blah, blah. And then we got to dial in the PIS settings on the new clutch and tell the computer that's not got a new clutch. So we'll have to reprogram the computer. That car is, I believe, done.
Nice.
Black 458, just waiting to get picked up. It's already paid for. I think it's all done. So it's just chilling, waiting to go home. Bye-bye. Pista will probably be the next project because this guy's been waiting very patiently and his exhaust took way longer than expected. So also, I think all of us are like, yeah, we want to hear this. So this will take probably a couple days because we got to remove the ECU, ship that out to get tuned, and then we can replace all the exhaust and then put in the new ECU, and then it's all set. So we'll get that taken care of. Then I'm assuming, I think we got all the parts to finish up the yellow car now. So that's probably next on the list after that. So we'll get that one done, that one done, that one done. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll probably also have to work on this one somewhere in between. I got to double check the email that we have all the parts that he wants and kind of give him some estimates and stuff. So we'll work on that. So Scott's old car, it's not a client car, so this thing can wait. We'll just keep it chilling there for a little bit. The Cali is supposed to get picked up sometime this week. It's all done. The red 430 is here on consignment. And we had some people interested. No one committed yet. So this car is still for sale. And it does need a clutch. It's got like 62,000 miles. Actually, it's super clean cosmetically. So if you want a good cosmetic driver's car, this is it. And if you want to get it converted, that's the way to do it. Convert this thing, replace the clutch, and now you've got a badass driver's quality manual transmission car. We did have some interest in the Vanquish but nothing solid yet. Something pretty close. Okay, the 430 with the damage. So I think we don't have an estimate on the bumper paint yet. We did look up the cost of the diffuser. It's like $3,000 something dollars or $4,000. Don't forget shipping on that is going to be like probably $500 because it's so damn big. So yeah, I'm guessing that's probably going to be $3,000. So we're probably looking at like $6,000 or $7,000, maybe even $8,000 worth of damage. So we're going to take care of all this. There was a little bit of miscommunication in my last video. I apologize. I didn't make that clear. But this car, okay, we're taking care of the paint work and the damage. That is going to be done, okay? I am offering the car as is with respect to maintenance and mechanical stuff. So it needs a clutch, it needs engine mounts, it needs a transmission mount, it has some shrunken leather. That stuff, if you want that done, we can make a deal, but I'm going to sell it as is with those issues. If you want us to take care of them, we can work that out, like I said. And it's probably about $20,000 worth of stuff. The price is reflecting that, let's just be fair. Also, we did take care of the seats. So when it got here, the seats were not looking so great. Look at that. Oh yeah. Seats look excellent. So we just took care of that because we did. Some of that's because our leather guy was already here working on this car. So we're like, hey, just take care of that car too. Yeah, so check out the seats in this thing. These ones were tans. It was multiple colors and now it's just one color. God, that looks so much better. Oh yeah.
Nice.
So that's been taken care of. Then this one will be next on the list for getting service. So it's getting a conversion. When it got here, he wanted like 5 or 6 other things done that we found that were wrong with it. So we had to order all the parts. I don't think all the parts are in yet. So that's fine. It's still waiting on parts. Once we get all the parts, it will go on one of the racks and then be worked on. And then the RS6, which is here on consignment. So that car, well, I need to drive it, do a review of it, and we need to get it on the website and list it for sale. Oh yeah, and we bought a Bentley. I think I talked about that or showed it already. Maybe I didn't. I'm going to do a review of that because I've actually never driven a Bentley. I kind of don't really care about those cars, but we'll take it out for a spin because I'm sure it's comfy. So we'll do that. Ooh, look at, we got taillights getting fixed with some epoxy. Nice. So they no more rattle and breaky brakes.
Somehow that's better than
Yeah, I know, right? Is it sad that the epoxy does a better job than the factory plastic? Okay, that is the current status of the shop as of Monday. Let's hop on the computer, finish some stuff, and get the day rolling. By the way, I forgot to tell you, the new NG Supercars website is live. If you have not seen it already, go check it out, ngsupercars.com. We're finally not embarrassed to send you to our dealership website, although pretty much none of the cars in inventory are on there right now. So hopefully by the time this video comes up, we have them on there. But admittedly, half the time we get these cars, they sell before we even get a chance to get them on the website. So sorry about that. But check it out, ngsupercars.com. We do appreciate that. Okay.
It came out pretty nice though.
Dude, this car looks amazing. I can't believe how good it came out. Well, it's getting picked up in a couple hours. So Josh is going to go put some gas in it and then we're going to wash it. Because, you know, as you do. Sounds so good. Uh-oh. Oh. I'll take it. Dang. Yep, that doesn't suck.
It sounded even better in a flyby.
Oh, dude, yeah. So that's become our little thing as we go on that bypass road and just let it rip. And oh my God, it sounds like an F1 car going by. It's amazing. Trans is in. Yay!
Yep, making progress.
Progress. Woo! Okay, Big Rig came down the road. They didn't call, of course, and he just came down here, so now he's stuck. Then this guy came and he got stuck. Then that guy came and he got stuck. Oh my God, what is going on? It's absolute chaos. Okay, we got big truck still unloading. Little truck is now unloading. Josh, I don't know where Josh went. Oh, he just parked down there. We have a 48 here. This was a consultation client that bought the car up in Dallas, and he's having us do some work on it. So this will be here getting some work over the next week or two. Man, we're piled up on service work. It's getting backed up. Yeah, we gotta let them know the car's here. So one of the trailers is gone. Working on getting the other trailer gone. So we'll take care of that in just a minute. Oh, Lordy, what a pain in the ass this has been. It's God, we're like at the accountant's, which is down the street, and Randy's texting us like, dude, it's a cluster. There's a semi truck down the road. It's stuck. All this crap. Did we sign for that yet?
No. The trash truck guy was really pissed.
Sounds like the trash truck guy was really mad. Yeah. I don't know. Well, bye Black 458.
Yeah, I don't know why he's driving it away. He hasn't signed anything.
Yeah. Well, because the guy is the type of guy who would drive a semi truck down this road and not call anyone first. Telling you, the shippers are the worst.
They keep things entertaining.
You could say that. Entertaining. Yeah. We spent like, I think it was $118,000 or $119,000 in shipping last year. And this is the quality of shipping you get. And the thing is, in order to get higher quality, it's not like a little bit more expensive, it's a lot a bit more expensive. And it slows down by a factor of 2 or 3. So instead of it taking days, it takes weeks, which no one wants.
Yeah.
And then it costs like $3,000-$4,000, which no one wants. So if you want it to be under $2,000 to ship a car, you deal with this.
The randomness of showing up whenever.
You get the Rooskies, man. The Rooskies, so boy. Well, as long as we're doing a shipper drama. So Big Semi Boy, his hydraulic system blew up on the lift for that big semi truck. And it was just hemorrhaging hydraulic fluid all over the place. It's been over an hour since he loaded the car, and he hasn't moved yet. And look at, he's still trying to clean up hydraulic fluid and do something. I don't know what. He's having a bad day. I would feel bad, but I don't, because he didn't call us first, like a dumbass, and got stuck down here. Oh, look, he's closing that door. Maybe he's ready to leave. No, still checking on something. Okay, well, we just got a email handshake on 2 cars that we're going to go look at in person. Josh is going to probably go out there on Wednesday and Thursday. They're in the LA area, both of them. So that makes it nice. We could get a twofer. So we'll see. But yeah, we're going to try and ship Josh out and go look at some cars. We have another possible remote consignment in Chicago, and then we have another car we're going to probably buy that's in Orlando. And yeah, so it's things are moving fast. And we actually have a pileup of service work at the moment, so that's fun. There goes Truckee Boy. He's finally on his way, taking the dirt road. Well, look, we tell every single time, we're like, call us. We have a drop-off point. It'll save you a lot of trouble. Josh told the trucker, hey, you were supposed to call. And he's like, no one told me that. It's like, dude, why aren't you calling anyway? Like, before you deliver shit, call. This is not a hard concept. Text. Call or text. It's not a big deal. Send us an email. I don't know. Something. Anyway, good luck to him. I hope he doesn't get stuck. So this car, one of the things that we agreed to do was change out the disserator. So we actually have a spare disserator that already got painted. And so we're just going to pop out this one and put in that one. And I think that's going to be easier than having to get that repainted. And they were cool with that. So then what we'll do is we'll take that one and we'll send that one out to get painted. And we'll just always have a spare one ready to go instead of having to repaint them, because repaint can take sometimes like 2 weeks. This takes maybe an hour or 2. So I'm going to swap out the disserator since Randy's kind of tied up a little bit. Go, Randy, go. Go, Randy, go. Just got the clutch done on that thing. So we need to drive it, warm it up, and set the PIS setting so that the clutch doesn't burn out. That's a problem. Yeah, we gotta let it warm up, check the oil, all that jazz. I kind of like the spec on this.
I do too.
Like, I'm not a big fan of the silver, but this one's a good one. Like, got the nice seats.
Got really good care of it.
Yeah, it took
got 41,000 miles on it.
Dude, I can't believe that. This looks like a 20,000 mile car.
It does.
Paul, you're doing a good job. Oh, we got some burn in. A little bit of stuff on the headers. Yep. Yep. Smells good too. Check out the difference between these disserators. So this one, flaky old Like literally flaking off paint in your finger. Gross. New one. Yeah, looks a little bit better, I would say.
Nice.
Okay, YouTube, it's late in the day. It's after 6 o'clock. Busy day. What a busy day. Lots of deals going on. So I am for sure flying out to LA on Wednesday and staying until Thursday evening, which means there won't be a Thursday Night Live this week. Sorry. So Paul's car, our friend Paul's car, we did some test drives on it. The clutch feels great. So just got to wrap up that car tomorrow morning. Randy's going to get here and take care of that in the morning, and Paul will come grab it after that sometime around like 11 a.m. So this car will be gone tomorrow. Bye-bye. Then we're going to have him work on the Pista. Pista's on the 2-post lift. After that, we'll work on the yellow car. I'm working on the disc radiator on this car. I didn't quite get that done today. Ran out of time. I will do that tomorrow morning. I'll take care of this. I'm still waiting on, I can take care of the hydraulic clutch or the hydraulic cylinder, not the hydraulic clutch, hydraulic cylinder for the top. I can do that. I still don't have the one part though for the alignment pin. So that should come in any day now. And then we have our leather guy coming out soon to take care of that car, this car, and there was another car. I don't remember which one. No, maybe it was just those two. Well, whatever. Anyway, that's all going on. So, and then I'm flying out to go look at 2 cars that we want to buy. Hopefully they're both good and we end up with 2 more Ferrari F430s, one a coupe, one a Spider. Yay, more Ferraris. And we're working on those 2 cars, those 2 Ferraris. Oh boy. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for the day. I'm going to go home. I'm going to see my wife for a little bit since I'm going out on Wednesday. So I only have today and tomorrow to go see them, see my kiddo. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Tuesday, and it will be the last day in this video. So tomorrow, I'm flying out to Los Angeles to go look at 2 cars officially that we have offers on and handshake agreements. And I've got 1 or 2 other cars I've already lined up to try and look at as well. Maybe I can squeeze in another one. I don't know. And we might have maybe a remote consignment. We don't know. Anyway, it's going to be a fluid event, but I purposely booked it. So I'm flying out super early. I've got all day tomorrow, and then I've got all of tomorrow or the next day, Thursday morning, and I'm not flying back until Thursday afternoon, which means I'm not going to be able to do the Thursday Night Live. So probably no Thursday Night Live this week. I know. What a shame. Honestly, every once in a while, it's nice to just take a break because the Thursday Night Live, it may not seem like it's a big deal, but it's actually kind of like, it's a thing. It takes some energy. It takes some thought, like you got to stay on your A game and try and be excited and whatever and answer a bunch of questions on the fly and stuff. It's a thing. Well, anyway, Randy's working on the gray car. It's going to be wrapped up. I have to do a little bit of work on this car today. I'm going to put back in the disc radiator. I removed it yesterday. I just haven't had time to put it back in. So I'll do that this morning. And then if I have time this afternoon, I might do the hydraulic cylinder for the convertible top. Maybe. We'll see. Our leather guy is supposed to come do some work on the leather seats on this car and on, the Silver 458. Josh drove it home to put some miles on it to make sure that it will pass emissions. That was one of the things that he wanted us to do. So we're doing that, trying to get that taken care of. By the way, the wind is intense today. It's like crazy windy, which is going to be like getting punched in the face for my allergies. So that's going to suck balls, but it is what it is. Let's do some stuff. I have a ton of computer work that I want to do this morning. I want to do a sanity check on the accounting. So we got the accounting to where they said it's done for last year, for 2025. And the numbers to me still are questionable. So I'm going to do one last sanity check. And they're probably right. I'm pretty sure they're right. But the thing about these cars is, let's say we missed 1 car. That could swing numbers by over $100,000. So just doing the work to make sure that every single car was accounted for is worth it in my mind. Like, I mean, it'll take me a couple hours to do, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to do that today. I got to wrap this up. I got to get 25 closed, done, stamped, approved, sealed, delivered, whatever you call it. It's just got to be done. It's looking like I owe a crap ton of taxes. And, my favorite. Yeah. It's a good thing I sold that GT40. Well, I'm going to get to the 430 and then I'm going to work on money or lack thereof. Got the new disserator in there. Yes, it's called a disserator. I don't know why the hell it's called a disserator. That's just the word that the Italians invented. No, actually, I have no idea the history of the word, but it's called a disserator. It's basically where the oil kind of like froths up into or something. Yeah.
Anyway, that is swapped out. Looks wonderful. So we can close this. We are done back here. So still got to replace the hydraulic ram on the front. So it's the ram that does the locking mechanisms right here. I may not have time to do that today. I might. It just depends. I got some other stuff to do. And Paul's car is all done. So I'm going to take it out for one more spin because, well, when you replace the clutch, it's probably a good idea to drive at least once or twice or 3 times, you know. So now that it's cooled down all the way, I want to make sure that the PIS is set correctly. So we had to adjust the PIS yesterday. We drove it around quite a bit, got it warmed up, got the PIS set to a nice spot. Now that it's cooled down, we'll try it again and see if the PIS is still happy. Again, it's a brand new clutch. It's breaking in. It's got a different friction point, all that jazz. It, you know, might need a little bit of love. So let's have at it. YouTube, silver at 430, drives wonderful. Clutch is perfect. We're happy. Drove it, did the loop, and everything's good. So no adjustments to the PIS needed. I'm super happy with that. Paul should be happy. So he's coming in a couple hours to pick it up. In the meantime, we have a test run. We're doing a test run with a backup or secondary detailer because we have detailing needs that are kind of random and weird. So like, sometimes we need a bunch of stuff and sometimes we need nothing. And yeah, so we couldn't find an individual to hire at the moment, which ultimately still I think is the goal. We want someone in-house, but we're not quite there yet. So, okay, let's outsource it to some companies. We have our guy who we've been using forever. He does all of our leather stuff and he also does detailing and he's phenomenal and we love him. But admittedly, he's got his own business and sometimes he's quite busy, as happens when you're good. This is the problem when you find really good people is sometimes they're unavailable because they are already booked up. So we have another company we're trying. They're going to come out here and detail Paul's car before he comes and picks it up. And then we're also going to have the Bentley get a paint correction and we might have him wash some other cars too. We'll just see how things are going today. I am going to jump back on the computer and keep hustling on that. All right, YouTube, check it out. The diffuser is off on the Pista, and that was the first time we've done a Pista. And let me tell you, that is interesting and slightly disconcerting because, yeah, there's 2 bolts right here that are hiding, and they're behind the rear reflectors, and you have to pop out the rear reflectors to get access to them. Then the whole thing just kind of like pops up. It's got some alignment pin right there. And right there, although, the little thingy's gone. I bet it's stuck on that. See that? I bet you it's still on the diffuser. We'll have to check that. Anyway, working on putting the Klein exhaust in. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just slightly better.
Slightly. Look at the size of this pipe.
Well, that's your little dinky pipe when the valves are closed.
Look.
I know, right? It's absolutely nuts. Look at this old Pats. No, thank you. Well, we got a big hole to fill. Definitely lighter. Probably shaved another 20 pounds? I would say at least 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds.
Probably all in all.
So those cats are probably 10 pounds each.
This is like
That weighs nothing.
like 3 pounds, and this is
Oh,
not a whole lot heavier, but
definitely heavier.
definitely heavier. The cats are the big weight too.
Yeah, the big. Ooh, yes, Pista stuff. And check this out. This is a sound pipe, so it actually connects to the exhaust and pipes to the cabin, so you can hear your exhaust better in the Pista. I mean, it's kind of a cool idea. Instead of having some cheesy speaker or some crap.
Admitting that the turbo cars sound like crap.
Well, it's like, yeah, this is the cars sound like shit. So if we add a pipe to actually catch some of the exhaust sound, it sounds a little better inside the
When you drive
interior.
one of these though at high revs, if you listen carefully, you can hear the Ferrari in there.
Oh yeah,
Slightly.
You can hear it.
that
Well,
Ferrari sound.
now you're gonna be able to hear it. Yeah. This is gonna make it sound like a proper Ferrari, dude. I'm curious how it is inside with this silly pipe. It's got to be intense because that literally picks up the sound right. Like here's your exhaust exiting, and it picks up the sound and transmits it into the
cabin.
Cabin noise. Roar! Angry noises! Angry noises!
We totally need to put someone in the cabin and see if you can hear it. I think that'd be hilarious. Okay, YouTube, it's getting late in the day. It is Tuesday. Like I said, we're wrapping it up this week because tomorrow morning I'm flying out to LA at like 7 a.m. Hooray. But I'm going to go review this car real quick before I take off to LA. So that will be in a video coming out very soon. I'm kind of curious how this thing drives. I have not ever driven a Bentley. Okay, we'll drive us a Bentley. The Luxo barge. I was actually trying to find a monocle and I couldn't get one here in time. I'm very sad about that.
When we get the roller, you can get it.
Okay, we'll do one for the roller and we'll get some Grey Poupon because that was actually
And
a roller.
I promise if I get one, I will sign it up and I will do Uber Eats in the roller.
Do you really?
I'll do it.
Oh my gosh.
And I will wear the monocle.
While delivering Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We need a roller now. Now I want a roller. All right.
I've been looking. I haven't found a sweet deal yet. It's got to be a good deal. I think we
Right?
can make money on, or at least not lose.
Not lose our ass on it. Well, anyway, it's the end of the video. Do us a favor. Go check out normalguysupercar.com, our parts and services website, and NG Supercars, which is our new and improved dealership website, although there's not really that many cars on the website yet. But it is really fast and really cool. And admittedly, if you see things wrong with it, we're working on it still. We have some text errors and some other stuff that we're just fleshing out. We wanted to go live more than we were concerned about making it perfect. So that was like, done is the enemy, or what is it? Perfection is the enemy of done. Well, we wanted it done. So it's done, or at least live.
It's functional.
It's functional and working and stuff happens. And there's new forms and stuff you can fill out that will actually,
All the forms are working.
yeah.
perfect.
So all the forms, if you want to do consignments or whatever, go on there. If you're looking, actually, so normally we tell you to go email us to get on the list. You can actually go to the website now, and there's a thing about our services. If you click on the services and it says like, if you're looking to find a car, that is how you get on the list. Fill out that form and you'll get on the list. All right, you guys, that's it for this week. Oh, do me one other favor. Check out awitalian.com. Use the code NGS10. Hooks you up with 10% off all the OE parts that they sell. One last thing. You want a free t-shirt? I'm going to give you a free t-shirt. Actually, I'm going to give two of you a free t-shirt. So go to the website, NGS or normalguysupercar.com, and use the code Dill is my hero, and you'll get a free t-shirt. First two of you that do that, and you need to be subscribed. And you should probably share this video if you're going to do that because, you know, you're getting a t-shirt. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.